Hey folks, Aaron here, Crypto Noob, and I'm going to be telling you today what 5 altcoins I'm accumulating in this bear market. Although we're in an uptrend at the moment with Bitcoin especially, I do believe that this is a Bitcoin rally within a bear market. And before I tell you my top 5 altcoins, remember to subscribe, remember to like this video, and also comment. Let me know what your top 5 altcoin picks are. I will read all the comments, I always do. I will always like and respond to all of them. Please just leave your top 5 on there. I would love to see what you're looking at, what you believe in and why. And I'll more than happily have a look as well. There's a free Discord as well. The link to that is in my socials, in my bio. Please go check that out. It's completely free. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. And that said, let's go. Let's start off with number 5. So number 5 might be a surprise for some of you, but this is actually not a centralized exchange token. I view it as a long-term investment platform, and that is Swissball. CHSB is the token. Swissball for me is a very strong candidate because we're going to see centralized exchanges really struggle, especially for those that haven't been KYC compliant for the last year or two. In a regulated environment, they're really going to struggle. Now, what I like about Swissball is basically that it is one of the smaller kind of investment platforms and exchanges out there right now. So the current market cap you can see is 131 million. There's 1 billion tokens. That's the total supply. And that is in full circulation. So we are not going to see any dilution to this supply whatsoever. The all-time high on the token price is actually about $1.52 or thereabouts, currently sat at about 13 cents. So we're seeing well over a 10x back to all-time high. Now, I would always go back and check the market cap rally as well. So the highest market cap was 1.45 billion or thereabouts, and are currently sat at 131 million, as I said. So that kind of tallies to that 10x plus kind of the expectation there if we return to all-time high. And that is a big if, of course. Swissball currently sat at 13 cents. And let's just have a look at it. How does Swissball talk about itself? Let's have a look at that. So Swissball is democratizing wealth management by making it fun, fair, and community-centric. Headquartered in Lausanne, Switzerland, Swissball has an international team of over 180 people and holds a virtual currency license, which allows them to provide virtual currency exchange and virtual currency wallets internationally. That's a big one. They are licensed. I like that. And as I said earlier, they make everyone do a mandatory KYC, just a basic one. But in order to use their platform, you must KYC. And looking forward to regulated space with laws internationally on cryptos and crypto trade. I think that's going to be essential for any platform that wants to succeed in the future of crypto. Now, looking at the price action here of the CHSB token, you can see here in the bull run where we were with it. We had an all-time high, as I said, around about actually peaked at about $1.67, and obviously you can see we flattened out there. This is the weekly chart. Now, with my Fibonacci retracements, they are very loose. These are just indicators. I personally have a target of about a 10x. I would be happy with that, but just taking that all-time high to the current price. We are looking at an initial take profit target of about 88 cents. That's about 7x-ish. And then about $1.08. And then maybe out about $1.35. Which, as I said, that is the 10x at the top. So that seems like a reasonable target for me. This is very much a long-term hold. Swissball is a long-term investment platform. It's not for traders. It's very stable. They've got some great features like auto invest and thematics that let you invest in like an ETF pot of tokens. You could also compare it to maybe a trading bot within KuCoin and other exchanges where you pick a field and it invests in that field for you. But this is managed more like an ETF, which is what I like about it. So Swissball is my number 5 pick. Now, this next one might actually surprise a few of you, but it is one that I've talked about very regularly. It is one that I'm accumulating, but it's only number 4 on my list, despite being very bullish on it. If I'm buying this token now, even in the bear market, I'm increasing my dollar cost average, which is not something I want to do, but I believe in this project long term, and therefore I do want to accumulate. That token is, of course, Quant. I love Quant. I think Gilbert Verdian, the CEO, is an absolute master at international banking relations and finance. Of course, he was a founding member of Quant, and he's set up the Digital Pound Foundation along with Ripple and Electronium. He's involved in that Digital Pound Foundation and a consultation with the Euro as well as the UK CBDCs, and also he helped influence some of the structure of the ISO 20022 messaging system. Now, although the ISO 20022 messaging system is a big deal, it's not the be-all and end-all for crypto. We've got to remember this is a financial messaging system, and crypto is just going to help some people achieve that standard. Now, what I like about Quant is many, many things. Basically, it's currently trading at about $106. Market cap currently is around about $1 billion. Total supply is 14.8 million, and that is almost out in full circulation. So we've got about another 2 million to go, maybe another sort of 12, 15%, which is absolutely fine by me. Those tokenomics are absolutely fine. Now, currently the market cap $1 billion, $106. We have seen Quant over $400 in the bull run. That was this absolute beast of a spike here at $400. And it has sort of climbed back down since. But the utility of Quant as an overledger technology is what I like. It is very institutional, it's very corporate, it's very banking. And let's face it, in a regulated environment where the big players are going to win, I think Quant is in the right place talking to the right people. Now, market cap wise, you can see here the market cap had previously spiked at about $4.9 billion. So we do at least have a 4 to 5x to all-time high from where we currently are, even given the tokenomics. However, I do believe that Quant long-term could be a four-figure coin, because ultimately, if it gets to be a $14.5 billion market cap, compared to the last bull run, that was a very small market cap in the big leagues, then that is entirely feasible, but it needs time, it needs adoption. The Quant token is only used for people to use its software. It's basically software service, and people use it for their licensing fee. That is the only use case of the token. Some argue that it has no use case at all, but that is not the case. And it's a self-made use case. They could have taken fiat payments, but being a blockchain specialist, into overledger technology, they kind of had to go with a token to illustrate that they could do it. They currently live on ERC20, but of course the good thing about Quant, it is blockchain agnostic. It could migrate to any network it likes. Its overledger technology lets it sit on top of other blockchains, so it's entirely feasible. Although it's an ERC20 token right now, it could migrate and sit on any blockchain and any network. Really important to remember that. How does Quant describe itself? Well, Quant describes itself as, let's go. Quant launched in June 2018 with the goal of connecting blockchains and networks on a global scale without reducing the efficiency and interoperability of the network. It's the first project to solve the interoperability problem through the creation of the first blockchain operating system. Blockchain operating system is something you're starting to hear a lot more. It's something that Near Protocol are basically starting to say as well. They also call themselves a blockchain operating system, and I do like Near Protocol. However, currently I'm accumulating Quant, not Near, because it is setting up the relationships. We've seen it in the news with the Bank of International Settlements and the Bank of England. It's had a couple of test partnerships there, and I think that's very, very bullish. So Quant is my number 4 pick. So what is my number 3? My number 3 is definitely going to surprise some people if you've not seen me on TikTok. I don't think I've ever mentioned this project on YouTube at all, and that is a project called MUX Protocol. MCB is the ticker. This is very much, imagine like a baby GMX. This is what this is. This is basically a protocol on the Arbitrum network. Currently, the market cap is 53 million. All-time high on the market cap was 120 million. So clearly some headroom there. Currently sat around about the $50-60 million market cap area. Great tokenomics on this project. Total supply is 10 million tokens. About 5 million currently in circulation. And with MUX Protocol, if you go to their staking platform, you can see that almost all of that is staked until 2026, 2027. So that supply, that 4 million that's not currently in circulation, is because it's locked for another 2.5 years at least. So go across to MUX's website, check that out. They clearly display the stats there. There's approximately 4 million tokens, maybe slightly more, locked up until 2026, 2027. I too have my tokens staked on that platform, but only until October 2024, because I do see it coming into the bull run around that time into 2025, and I don't want to have my tokens locked up in a bull run like I did with Crow and Polkadot and ICP as well to a degree in the bull runs. I want to be able to trade it and sell off and take my profits. So shorter staking terms, I was happy to lock it in. And to be fair, I got into this product at about $5-6. I'm currently sat at about 250% gain. It has seen a 400% gain. And if you look at the crypto bubbles for the year, you'd see that actually MUX MCB is up 615% on the year. So that's really cool. Now, what is MCB? It's all very well and good me telling you that I like it and it's doing fantastically well for me in the bear market. What is it? So I will tell you in their own words, because they're the best words. MCDEX is a decentralized exchange for futures built on the Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution Arbitrum and on Binance Smart Chain. It's also now on Optimism. According to the MCDEX team, no, it's not on Optimism. So MCDEX is a decentralized exchange for futures built on Ethereum Layer 2 scaling solution Arbitrum and BSC. According to the MCDEX team, it's designed to prioritize censorship resistance, security, and self-custody. Trading is permissionless, meaning anyone can trade, provide liquidity, create new markets at will. Instead of just using traditional order book models, MCDEX uses an automated market maker to provide liquidity for traders. This allows MCDEX to solve the liquidity problem by allowing anyone to provide liquidity and at a reasonable profit in doing so. The protocol's declared goal is to allow anyone to create perpetual markets and trade in those markets, which is why there are several market participants on MCDEX, including AMMs, AMM operators, liquidity providers, traders, keepers, and delegators all use this. So it's a fantastic use case. As I said, the price has done very well since its release in the bear market. It's been on a general upward trajectory. As I say, I've done very, very well. This is the weekly chart. And if we do a fib out on the retrace on this, not that one. So I don't really want to do a fib on this one, but I will attempt to do a fib for you. I just think at the end of the day, we haven't really, we're getting higher lows, except this last one was a big crash in the market. But if we just take this Fibonacci retracement from here, take it down to there, I think profit levels for me, we see $14.50, $15.50, $16, $17, and then we'll see what happens there. It has touched $20 in the bear market, so I'm pretty confident we could see that again. And it is a relatively small market cap compared to the $500 million might of GMX. So that is MUX Protocol. That is my number 3 pick. And so that leads me swiftly on to number 2. And number 2 on my list of altcoins that I'm accumulating on this bear market is Polkadot. I absolutely love Polkadot. I truly believe Polkadot is the only true competitor to Ethereum. It's scalable, it's secure, it's fast, and it's relatively cheap, especially compared to Ethereum. It does not need layer 2 scaling solutions. It builds layer 1s with its parachain system. Incredibly clever technology, much better in my personal opinion than Ethereum, and it just needs that adoption, which according to GitHub developer activity stats, it's been reported as the highest developing activity network for the last few weeks running, and it's looking very, very good because that will translate into new dApps, which translate into a better ecosystem, which translates into more use case, therefore higher value. So Polkadot for me, as I said, I've been buying this in the bear market, but I did start buying it in the bull run, so I was paying heavy, heavy prices. And I was paying basically $40, $50 a token when I was locking it up in the parachain. So I have not had the opportunity to trade Polkadot. I've just been accumulating in the bottom end of the bear market, reducing my DCA. I've already reduced it by about 25%. I want to do the same again, which means I will continue to accumulate and reduce my dollar cost average. All-time high price is about $55. We're currently sat at about $5.11, which is, of course, 90% down, which is pretty spectacular. Market cap wise, we saw it get to $53 billion, currently sat at $6 billion. So slightly less than the 10x, again, because Polkadot, is token supply. If we have a look at the token supply, the total supply is 1.3 billion. Current circulating supply is 1.2 billion, but it is slightly inflationary, so the tokens keep hitting the market. So we've seen that high is going to be more difficult to reach in terms of price, $55, because that market cap of 53 billion, 54 billion now would only achieve maybe $45, $50 a token due to that inflationary nature of the token. But I'm happy that DOT is a very strong project. It had no ecosystem in the previous bull run. So you imagine something like Solana, where it was heavily used by NFTs and things of that nature. And Solana got a lot of traffic and a lot of use case, hence its price and adoption. Polkadot did not have that in the last bull run. So although it's been around a long time and a number of years, it hasn't really had an ecosystem during a bull run. So I think this is going to be Polkadot's bull run. It's time to shine. A lot of projects in development, a lot of activity, as I say. So in Polkadot's own words, what is Polkadot? Let's go and check this out and have a little read. So Polkadot is an open source, sharded multi-chain protocol that connects and secures a network of specialized blockchains, facilitating cross-chain transfer of any data or asset types, not just tokens, thereby allowing blockchains to be interoperable with each other. Polkadot was designed to provide a foundation for decentralized Internet of Blockchains, also known as Web3. So Polkadot is known as a layer 0 protocol because it underlies and describes a format for a network of layer 1 blockchains known as the parachains. So if something's building layer 1s, it is a layer 0. That's what it does. All these parachains that we had the auctions for in the last bull run, they are all layer 1s. We don't have layer 2s in Polkadot, they're layer 1s. Which makes it, as I said, even better than Ethereum in my personal opinion. We don't need layer 2s. We just need the layer 1s. So, as I said, Polkadot for me is fantastic technology. It takes a long time to research. Please dive into it and fully understand it. But I absolutely love the parachain setup. It makes it secure. It makes it scalable. It makes it cheap and relatively fast too. Not the highest transactions per second, but I would rather have something that's safe, secure, and scalable. And you maybe take a little bit more time, a few seconds rather than instant finality is fine by me. I think in this age, a lot of emphasis is placed upon the number of seconds it takes to do something. If it takes a few seconds, I'm not going to be bothered. So in terms of my price targets on DOT, what do I think? I mean, as I said, in the previous bull run, DOT did not have an ecosystem. But let's do a Fibonacci retracement on it. Let's get that on there. So taking it from the all-time high of about $55 down to the current price. As I said, I do not guarantee that this trading analysis is accurate. I'm a long-term forecaster. I don't care about accuracy. It gives me an approximation. Now, I was looking at $40, $50 before I started selling Polkadot. I think as a proper investor, you need to think about taking your profits earlier. Hence, I'm getting down my DCA so I can improve that return of investment. Because to be quite honest, brutally honest, my DCA was pathetic. It was $20. I bought far too high. Hence, I'm buying more now at the bottom of the bear market to reduce that DCA. So we've got the first sell target here at about $30, the second at about $36, and the fourth at about $44. Now, for me, that's absolutely fine. If I ended up selling up a percentage at $30, it would need to be about 40, 50% to get all of my money back. I'm fine with that. Obviously, I've reduced my DCA. I'm going to buy more and continue to reduce it. So that initial sell target for me is about accurate. I will get my money back at about $30. And obviously, if it does better than that, I will get more and more profit, which would be absolutely fantastic. But the ROI isn't brilliant for me personally because I bought in the bull run and I locked it in the parachains for 2 years. It was 2 years too long. I would not recommend anyone to stake anything for years or invest it for years unless you're willing to take that loss. My portfolio looks awful now because I've taken such a hit on things like Polkadot where I've left it in there for years. I did a similar thing with ICP, but ICP is a genuine long-term investment for me. So that is Polkadot. Polkadot, as I say, that is my number 2. And I am actively accumulating Polkadot in this bear market, not just because I believe it in the long term, but also because I do generally need to reduce my DCA. So what is my number 1 top altcoin that I am accumulating in this bear market that I think is going to be the absolute bee's knees, give me the best ROI that I could possibly get out of my entire portfolio? Well, it's not going to be a surprise to many of you that are already in the Discord. It is the mighty Moonbeam. Moonbeam, ticker GLMR. The chart on CoinMarketCap looks absolutely awful. But once you research this technology and you understand the use cases, you can see the potential. And I think that's the word, is potential. All of these investments we make in crypto are entirely speculative, and this is my speculation. This is my biggest holding already. I'm still buying it in the bear market, and I think there are some spectacular things possibly heading my way. So as we can see here, I'll just move myself to the side again. We can see current market cap $177 million. The price is 26 cents. Current circulating supply is 669 million. Full total supply 1.07 billion tokens. It is slightly inflationary, again, just like Polkadot, but I think performance will outweigh that inflation. I am happy with that. But as I said, this chart looks truly, truly awful, and deservedly so. It launched in the bull run and just basically plummeted and absolutely wrecked the market. Now, this chart is awful. But let me go into why I like Moonbeam. There is a serious reason why I like Moonbeam, and it is just because I personally think that this tech that it offers is just some of the best out there at the moment. So Moonbeam is an Ethereum-compatible smart contract parachain on Polkadot. Moonbeam makes it easy to use popular Ethereum developer tools to build or redeploy Solidity projects in a substrate-based environment. Basically, you can build Ethereum on Polkadot using Moonbeam. So all the same tools, all the same wallets, everything, you just build it on Polkadot and you get the benefits of Polkadot with your Ethereum project. So Moonbeam is much more than just an EVM implementation. It's a highly specialized parachain that mirrors Ethereum's Web3 RPC accounts, keys, subscriptions, logs, and a lot more. The Moonbeam platform extends the base Ethereum feature set with additional features such as on-chain governance, staking, and cross-chain integrations. So there's a lot to research with Moonbeam as well. You need to understand the technology. I really like what they're doing. I like how it's been done. When you consider as well that it was funded a crazy amount of tokens in the parachains, I think off the top of my head it was something like 40, 45. Actually, let's take a look. So as you can see here with the parachains, Moonbeam was the second auction winner, and it won with 35.7 million Polkadot funding that. Now that lease started on the 17th of December 2021. If we look at the price in December 2021, the price was basically at its peak. The price of that token was anywhere between $10 and $22. I mean, that is ridiculous. They were funded somewhere between $350 million and $400 million as a parachain winner. So that is insane, the amount that they were funded. So that was a crowd loan. So that will run out also in October 2023. So I will start getting my Polkadot back in October of this year, which will be fantastic. I'm not going to sell them. I'm holding on to them, but at least I can use them and make a yield. Maybe on somewhere like Swissball, where I can earn a decent yield for those, which would be fantastic. But Moonbeam, really, really big winner of the crowd loans. The auctions are a phenomenal idea for these parachains. So Moonbeam, an absolute legendary project for me. And I think this offers the best ROI. Why do I think that? Let's have a look at the market cap. The market cap when it launched was $1 billion. Now, obviously, the tokenomics are going to change over time. So let's just say $1 billion at the time of the next bull run. Let's take it fully diluted. It's 1 billion tokens in supply. It's a dollar a token. It's a 4x from where we are now. That's a reasonable assumption. This launched at the end of the bull run. It didn't have a functioning ecosystem. It now does. Just like Polkadot's matured, and the next bull run is going to be excellent because it's got a fully functioning parachain of layer ones. Moonbeam's going to have its fully functional ecosystem, which means it's going to do great things. Again, there's a lot of developer activity on Polkadot, Kasama, Moonbeam. They're doing great things, and it is getting noticed. There's a lot of people liking Moonbeam as an investment. It's really, really strong. As I said, I could get a great yield for it on Swissball as well, but it's not the only place you can stake it, but it's the only place I trust. So Moonbeam for me, as I said, if the market cap is 1 billion and it's fully diluted, that's a dollar a token, that's a 4x. But I don't think that. Layer 1 smart contract platforms in the last bull run were doing 20, 30, 40, 50, $60 billion market caps. And if we achieve, let's say, a $4 billion market cap. This is $4 a token. That's a 16x. But I truly believe it should be doing $10 billion. So that would be a $10 token. That's a 40x near enough from where we are. Now, is that realistic? I like to think so. That's my personal opinion on what it can achieve. It marries technology between Ethereum and Polkadot. Ethereum is the most widely used, Solidity contract technology is the most widely used out there in blockchain right now. A lot of cryptos are built using Solidity contracts, and if we can offer them more by giving them Polkadot tools, I think that they'll take it, and they are showing an interest and they are building on it. So I think Moonbeam for me is a clear winner for me personally. We don't know what's going to happen. As I said, the crypto market is pure speculation, but this is my number one speculative investment. I do personally believe it could be anywhere between a 4 to a 40x. Realistically speaking, I'm looking at a 16x. If we look at the chart, it's obviously not great. It's not that old, but this is a weekly chart. I would take the high, not from there. I would take the high from this secondary high. The launch high was just a complete fallacy. So let's just do the fib retracement from here down to the current price. That gives us an initial take profit target of about $3.20. I'm more bullish than that, but I'm happy with that. And $3.75, $78, $3.80 for the next target, and then $4.76. I could sell 25% of my bag on this first target, and I will be in very, very healthy profit, and I'll just see what happens. If it starts coming down, I'll just sell some more. One thing I've learned, though, is no matter what project you're in, take profits when it goes up, because if you don't take profits, you're not making money, and you're here to make money as an investor, not just to love and cherish a project until it goes to zero. Big mistakes that I learned from in the previous bull run. I held on too long. I'm not going to be doing that again. So that's it. So number one, my ultimate altcoin is Moonbeam. I hope you found this useful. If you have, please remember, smash that subscribe button, smash the likes, drop me a comment. Tell me what your favorite items are.